of repaving more than 300 miles of the worst streets and roads in DeKalb County, Georgia. Now that used to be a hand. We're here on Westlake Drive to begin this much awaited, prayed for process of eliminating potholes and creating smooth, safe streets for our citizens. I want to thank the voters of DeKalb County who in record numbers went to the polls in November 2016 and by more than 71% voted yes on DeKalb's first ever SPLOST. But we could not be here today without an ongoing, robust partnership between the CEO and the Board of Commissioners. And I would like to ask the presiding officer, Commissioner Johnson, to share a few words regarding their thoughts and ideas, because this was truly a partnership between the governing authority, between the voters, and the men and women in the executive branch and administrative branch of this government who came together to bring this day to where we are right now. Mr. Rader.
Thank you, Mr. CEO, and certainly appreciate everybody coming out today. You know, for decades, DeKalb County did not have the same tools as other counties across the state of Georgia in order to maintain and expand our infrastructure. Because we devoted our sales tax pennies to tax relief for the public and to funding our MARTA rapid transit system. But with developments and efforts by the CEO and the Board of Commissioners, we've been able to get access to a referendum to provide for this sales tax, and it gives us a great opportunity now to make up for lost time. This road is the beginning of a process that is going to put over $300 million into the roads and public facilities of DeKalb County to make every one of them shine and be a real credit to the community that they're in and to the county as a whole. And we can't wait to get going on getting this project underway. So without further ado, I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Presiding Officer. And now, the hardest working man in DeKalb County politics, Commissioner Larry Johnson.
No, thank you, Mr. CEO. We appreciate this, and thank you, and welcome to District 3. This is truly a great honor, and we thank you for your vision, leadership, and also Commissioner Rader for leading us as the board to make sure that we have the proper tools. I remember was a time we only had money to do 20 miles a year, and we would tell residents, well, we can only do 20 miles, all we had the money for, but we have 400 miles of needs. Now with this process, with this penny, you're going to help us to pave almost 300 miles of roads, and we probably get it done within a year to make sure we got things going. So this is just a down payment, and thank our voters here in DeKalb County and District 3. But this road leads to this lake. This lake was named after Barker Bryant. These were the officers that was murdered in our community, and we want to do something proud for them. So this is very significant, Mr. CEO, because now we're combining the maintenance with the park. It's a $2 million investment we made over here. And now people can walk around the park, they can fish, have weddings, do birthday parties, and now they're gonna have a smooth street and don't have to worry about alignments and potholes because of what you're doing with your leadership and in public works with Ms. Peggy. So let's enjoy this. I know it's the initial start, but we just thank the District 3 folks, really thank you for picking us to be first to get this road paved and whatever we can do to make a difference. God bless you, and thank you to the folks who are gonna make it happen, because without y'all out here, we won't have a smooth street. So rain, sleet, or snow, you're gonna make it happen. Bless you.
Thank you. Thank you much, Commissioner. To my left, I see some residents here. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you all for being out. Thank you for your support.
Be patient with us.
We appreciate you, and thank you for loving and supporting the DeKalb County government. Also, I need to introduce probably the star of the show, who's here is not the CEO, not the presiding officer, not the commissioner, but Mr. Joe Penny. Yeah. Let's give him a hand. Mr. Penny is the face of DeKalb County SPLOST. You see he got his work boots on, and he'll be helping helping us with traffic today. And the key part of Joe Penny is that you see your pennies literally at work. So let's give Joe a round of applause. I love Joe. He requires no salary, and he never complains about the working conditions, so that's good. So,
His expression's a little flat.
you think he's a little flat?
His expression's a little flat.
Yeah,
He's smooth.
he's smooth though. He's smooth. He's smooth. And I never mentioned, but I need to mention Honest Abe too. Give Honest Abe a hand. You know, he's here as well. Thank y'all so much. It's a great day, Miss Peggy Allen. Thank you so much for your leadership. Where are the representatives from our program manager, Moreland? Give him a hand. Let's give Moreland Alabama a hand. We appreciate you so much. Dolores Corwell, who led the effort. Dolores in the back. Say hello, Dolores. Give Dolores a hand. She's over here. And to all the staff at DeKalb County government who worked so hard, along with our contractors, to bring this day forward. This is truly a day that the Lord has made. Thank y'all so much. If you have any questions, we entertain, and we'll have individuals who can speak with you individually. If not, thank you all for being here. Miss, who is this wonderful, beautiful lady here? How you doing, Miss? All right.
I'm a resident in DeKalb. My street has been paid for 20 years. How do I know when you're going to get around to me?
Well, first of all, the good news is we will get around to you. But our engineers, we've looked at the worst streets and roads in DeKalb County, Georgia, and we prioritize those. I'm hoping you don't live on one of those, but if you do, then there is a list that's already been developed that we can provide to you for you to see when number one, whether or not your road is on the list, and then as we roll this out, when we will be getting to you. It's a 6-year project. Now, we're going to do 300 miles of roads and streets, but we won't do them all in the first week. It's going to be a process that will be unfolding over the next 6 years. And I'm telling you that we'll be moving as expeditiously as possible. Yes, ma'am. It's a separate project, not in part of this, but sidewalks are a part of the SPLOST initiative.
By a car coming over the hill, and it's all got braces and neck braces and all, where it knocked him up to the power line. So that's a major concern. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Buggs. And you know, like I know, we finally got funding to start the project on McAfee. I think we got close to $400,000. The CEO is giving us more funding. And so now we're at the part where we're doing the research and the right-of-way acquisition to start the sidewalk project from Candler, McAfee, and hopefully get down here to the lake and eventually the 2nd Avenue. So with your help at East Lake Terrace, our CEO and Commissioner Rader has made that we have money, and we're working with Mr. Pelton from transportation to make sure we can bring this project to fruition. So it's on the books, it's almost ready.
All right, thank you. Listen, every penny raised will be invested to improve the quality of life in DeKalb County, Georgia. We began this year, if you're a homeowner in DeKalb County, there was a $110 million tax cut relief package that homeowners have already received. Yesterday, we announced the purchase of 50 new police vehicles and 10 new fire rescue vehicles. And today, we're starting the paving process that will ultimately result in 300 miles of smooth, safe streets and roads in DeKalb County, Georgia. The commissioners, the CEO, we made a promise, and we're going to keep our promise to the voters of DeKalb County. Thank y'all so much, and let's go to work.
Yes.
On 3. 1, 2, 3.